Attractive people of Reddit, what was your horrible experience for being attractive? Sometimes people think I'm stuck up, when actually I'm shy with social anxiety and an unfortunate resting bitch face. 100%. One of my F47 best friends, F24, is this way. She's so smoking hot and almost knows it. She doesn't understand just how smoking hot, but she is shy around people she doesn't know. I think so much unwanted male attention has made her more introverted to try and prevent it. Her RBF is intense, but she's got a heart of gold, a good head on her shoulders, is intelligent, funny, and so kind. Bitches just be jealous. Relatable except the resting bitch face. I try to smile a lot so people don't think I'm arrogant or whatever, but somehow it doesn't always seem to work. This is our dilemma as RBF sufferers. Keep our resting face and we're intimidating. Attempt to smile and it seems unnatural and off-putting in an uncanny valley way. People want you, or something from you, but sometimes they don't see you as a whole person. They don't want to learn who we are, just want to imagine something about us. Yes, absolutely, they create a whole fantasy version of who we are and decide they want it, then don't care to learn who we actually are, or blame us for not being the fantasy person they invented when they start noticing discrepancies. I really hate that. I have so many people create a version of me in their heads and then be mad at me because I'm not who they imagined, lol. Dudes never being able to see me as a friend. Yup, a lot of people think it's a you problem to not have a lot of friends who are men as a woman. But it's hard when you realize all of your male friends you've ever had tried to fuck you at one point and or would gladly still fuck you if given the opportunity. Like, damn, I saw you as a brother, but they still just see pussy. I thought my married coworker was safe. We became friends over our mutual love of horror. One day after I made him laugh, he says, "Man, where were girls like you when I was in college?" He met his wife in college. This is the most frustrating part for me. I don't open up quickly to people and it really takes time for me to develop a friendship. I've lost a few male friends I genuinely really liked and got along with well, because every one of them at some point developed feelings and felt like they couldn't be around me anymore. Unwanted attention. My wife is beautiful. Not just because she's my wife, but she's like really, really beautiful. The shit she tells me random guys do say to her when I'm not around is just embarrassing. PSA. Don't touch random people, y'all. Not even a shoulder or hand. It's weird and makes people feel uncomfortable. They aren't going to fuck you because you touched them on the bus. Same goes for a lot of the weird comments. This isn't flirting, it's harassment. This shouldn't need to be said. Unwanted advances, unwanted gifts. If you refuse, you're a snob. If you accept, date him, and say that it's not working out, you're a bitch for leading him on. I read once, the dark side of pretty privilege is that you are lusted over and not loved. People just want to say they have experienced you. And that has always stuck with me. I honestly wish I had read it earlier in my life because it's so true. It can be nice at times until you figure it out, of course. I had a lot of friends when I was younger because I was good looking. When I needed them, they disappeared. I had a genuine stalker while I was a university student. A girl in my class was obsessed with me to the point it was genuinely very unsettling. I had one in high school who lived 40 miles away, came to my work, and left me voicemails jacking off 3 years later from private numbers. I only hung out with him one time. People are insane. Fuck. This could be the premise of a movie. Negging. Being attractive enough to get hit on. But when you're not interested, they pick out something to make you feel like shit about, so they don't feel bad for being rejected. Either they neg when they get rejected, or the neg is a way to flirt. I've met a shocking amount of men who think if they can get my self-esteem low enough, I'll be into them. It's insane. I fucking hate men who do this. And they always have the audacity to act all shocked and appalled when you reject them because they were an asshole and thought it was cute. IDK who needs to hear this, but being an asshole and thinking it's cute/fun/flirty is extremely unattractive to 99% of women. It's 100% the other person shielding themselves to protect their ego. If a guy hits on a girl, he is clearly interested, but if the girl rejects him, he goes, "Oh well, she was ugly anyway." Like, if she were ugly, why did he hit on her in the first place? Being sexually assaulted often while going out. Ass grabs, ass slaps, dick grabs, being kissed out of the blue by a stranger. Oh man, I hate this. Happened each time I went clubbing. Both from girls and boys. Then people getting offended because it felt disgusting. And didn't return the compliment ended in fistfights a few times. Literally being told by a stranger that if it was only about jeans, he'd have a child with me. I complained about him and he actually got banned from the gym, because it wasn't the first time he was a weirdo. Edit due to a DM I got. This is not aimed at men in general. I am very aware that this is a creep and not all men are like that. I just answered the fucking question. Chill out. When people who are your friends take every chance they can to criticize your appearance or anything else, whatever little crumb of shade they can use to humble you, they aren't your friends. To many men, it's just face and body. They expect something physical and nobody wants to actually take the time to get to know me. As fucking cliched as it sounds, it really does hurt because I value quality time above everything else. So to like someone and want to get to know them, when all they want to do is hook up really sucks. Calling someone fuckable to their face is something you say to a partner after a few years to spice things up. The constant unwanted attention. I'm an introvert with resting bitch face. Good lord, that sets them off. You should smile more. You're so pretty, why don't you smile? You have such beautiful blue eyes. My eyes are green. Why don't you smile? Not sure what the connection is there. It also seems that the real creeps are immune to the power of the RBF. It's like it's a challenge or something. Getting catcalls and followed by weirdos from a young age was also delightful. Try being beautiful and at a job interview where the interviewers are all female. There's also a reason why the majority of front desk and human resource jobs are females too. Front desk is so they're inclined to come into the place again. HR loves attractive women because they get people to be over-friendly and snitch on each other. I went to an interview for a mortgage loan officer position expecting to be asked questions pertinent to the job. Nope. It was a panel of HR women who asked shit like, if you were an animal, what animal would you be? I'm sorry, Susan, but remind me, what the fuck are they paying you for again? Joined med school, small-town boy with huge dreams, fell in love with a really beautiful girl in my year. Turned out she just got in a relationship with me to prove to other girls she is the best amongst them all, as most of them had a crush on me. Hung me to dry after a year. I had confided in her my childhood traumas, my secrets, etc. Had to be on prescription drugs to just sleep for 6 months or so. Edit. Thanks everybody for such kind words. I have moved on and biggest credit for that goes to my friends. Now I am off prescription drugs. Did well, I think so, in med school and in a healthy relationship now. I am autistic as well, which tends to confuse people. They're sometimes drawn to me because they find me attractive, just to realize they don't actually like me personally, because I don't act like they expect me to. Also have a habit of people thinking I'm just very shy and cute instead of autistic with extreme social anxiety. Then they get to know me better and realize it's way more than some normal shyness. Then it's not so cute anymore. Well, to some people, not being able to have true friends of the opposite sex. Every close male friend I've had, even the ones where the relationship seemed so platonic at first, either ended up saying me or trying to force me into a romantic relationship with them. One ex-close friend actually stalked and harassed me for 4 years. You can't have a platonic friendship with the opposite sex. You're already labeled as someone with attitude. You can't make friends easily as people are intimidated by you. By default, people start competing with you or try to show how better they are than you. I'm like, what? Just struggling to exist here. I didn't choose this face. Having a big chest growing up was just horrific, especially around pubescent boys. But a few years ago in Germany, I was in quite a rough area. Every single man in that shop was staring and pointing at my boobs. I literally had a panic attack in the bread section, and when I gathered myself, I just crossed my arms over my chest and ran home. Never worn a low-cut top since. I was having a shit time working as a nurse while studying, and during my grad year, I felt like I was being targeted by the managers and educator. I could never understand what I was doing wrong or why they didn't seem to like me. The number of times other, older, female nurses said to me, "They're threatened by you because you're young and pretty," made me so sad. I wanted to be a good nurse. I wanted to learn. I did my best. I tried to be nice and professional, and they just hated me. I'll never know if any of it was true, but it was said to me by multiple people. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe and comment. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.